Hello, San Antonio. This is Robert out with Three Piece Real Estate, licensed at Remax Integrity here in San Antonio. Today's podcast is all about the home buying process. If you are a first time home buyer or you're thinking about buying a home in the next 3 to 5 years, we are going to go step by step in the home buying process. It's going to be a great episode. Stay tuned. Okay, so you're sitting in your apartment and you're starting to look at homes on Zillow and on Realtor and you're getting excited. You're thinking, hey, I can afford this and I want to take that next step to buying a home. Well, the very first thing that you need to do is you need to get either pre-qualified or pre-approved by a lender. It's not as complicated as you think. There's a lot of loan officers out there that are willing and ready to get you pre-approved or pre-qualified. The reason why you need to do this step is because the realtor needs to know how much you can afford before you guys start go looking at homes. I know you guys think that you can look at what you are paying in rent and just kind of try to translate that to buying a home, but you really need to get pre-qualified and pre-approved before you go and talk to your realtor. Okay, so once you talk to your lender and you get that pre-qualification letter, you want to go and hire a realtor. So what you do is you find that realtor that you know and trust and knows the area, and then you send them the pre-qualification letter so that they can see the amount that you can afford to buy a home. You tell them the price range you're looking for, and then you tell them all the criteria of what you want in a home. Most first-time home buyers only get about 70% of you what you want, but you can tell them, here are my wants and here are my needs, and then they will go and put it in their database, which is called an MLS. What it does is it searches all the homes that are actually available for sale. Now, I know a lot of you guys might be going on Zillow or Realtor or Trulia and you find homes, but usually those websites are about 11 days behind the actual MLS. What that does is that causes a lot of clients and customers to be a little bit frustrated because they find a home and they're excited about it and they'll send it through a text message saying, hey, is this available? And the majority of the time it is not available. It's usually under contract. So this is one of the reasons why the realtor will set you up on an MLS database, because what it will do is this search will send you all the homes straight to your email, and the client just marks interested, maybe, or no. And these are live, up to date. And so this is the next step in the home buying process to hire a realtor. Okay, so you found your dream home. Now what you need to do is you need to make an offer and get it accepted. This is one of the scarier steps in the home buying process, because you get so excited and you fall in love with that home. And so what you want to do is you want to take a little bit of time, sleep on it, maybe take a day or two and talk to your wife or your husband to see, hey, is this the home we really wanted? Then you tell your agent, okay, I want to make an offer. But once he writes up the offer and he submits it to the agent, you find out that the home has already been under contract. This happens a lot more than you think because speed is so important in the home buying process. This is one of the reasons why getting pre-qualified and pre-approved ahead of time is very important. Homes go off the market just like that, especially if they're quality homes. So speed is super important, and I can't stress this enough. A lot of buyers are saying, well, so how quickly do I have to make a decision? Well, I recommend doing it within hours or within one day. And the reason why I'm saying this is because you actually do have an option period after you go under contract. Usually it's about 10 days, and you guys can decide whether or not you want that home within those 10 days. You also go through a lot of the other home buying process steps like inspection and appraisal. So you have time to think, hey, is this really the home for me? So once you see the pictures and you love them, you go to the home, you're super excited about it. You say, this is the home I want. Making that decision right away and getting your agent to make that offer and submit it is really a good thing to do. Once that happens, even if you want to back out within those 10 days, all you do is lose something called an option money, which is you have that option period of 10 days and you have to put about usually around $100 to the seller saying, I want your home off the market. But what you can do in those 10 days is you can really decide, hey, do I want this home? Once the offer is accepted, then you go on to the next step. And that next step is inspection. So the inspection is the buyer's responsibility, and they're actually going to have to pay for it. So an inspection happens after the offer has been accepted. And what if you don't have an inspector, usually your agent will recommend 2 or 3 that they've used in the past. So once you pick the inspector, you're going to have to tell the inspector what kind of inspection you want. Usually, the inspection costs anywhere between $350 and $1,000. Now, it really just depends on the company. It depends on how big the home is, and it depends on how detailed of a report that you want. But normally, inspectors get the job done within the day that they look at it. So they'll look at a home for about 2 to 3 hours. You can meet the inspector at the home at the end of the inspection, and then they'll kind of go over the report, usually digitally, or at least they'll send you some sort of PDF with pictures and just kind of going through what's wrong with the house. Now, buyers, be prepared that every home has a lot of problems. Usually, it's anywhere between 20 to 25 problems that this report will show. Now, understand, only the major issues are the things to be concerned about. So the major issues are like foundation issues, roofing issues, or any sort of major plumbing. Now, once you see these issues, the next step in the home buying process, in the inspection time, is to talk to your agent and go over the repairs that you want the sellers to fix. Now, the sellers do have the option not to fix these things, or they can fix it by getting a contractor to kind of go through and fix these things, or they can give you the money as part of the negotiation so that you can get the repairs done. Okay, so the inspection's done, it's been negotiated, the sellers are taking care of that. The next major step is the appraisal. This is something that the bank or the lender will be handling. They will send out someone called an appraiser who will go to the property, see the home, see the property, make sure that it matches the value of the home. If you can get past this hurdle, you are going towards the finish line, you are almost there. So the next step is not something that you necessarily need to worry about. The title company, the agents, and the lenders are working on this. It's to get the loan fully funded. Once this happens, and this is at the very end of the time, your agent will usually do kind of like a buyer's walkthrough right before closing happens. A buyer's walkthrough is just to make sure that the home is kind of in the same condition that you saw previously a few weeks ago, and also to kind of verify that the sellers did do the inspections. But once the loan is fully funded, then you move on to closing. Okay, you are ready to close. It's coming to the day of closing. Your lender will reach out to you guys and you will schedule a time with the title company to close. Usually, the buyers, it can take anywhere between 30 minutes to an hour. I haven't seen it go too much longer than that unless there's any sort of problems during closing, but usually that's been kind of fixed by the title company and the lender beforehand. The lender will kind of go over everything that you need to bring at closing. Usually, your agent's there also to kind of be there as a support and to help out and to probably take some marketing pictures to kind of say, hey, here's a happy client because you guys are closing on your house that day. Now, it's not ready to move in yet, but once you close and the seller's about to sign, then you will be notified by the title company and the lender or your agent on when it's ready to move in. So usually you'll get a text message or a call from your agent or your lender saying, congratulations, the home is yours. Most of the time it's the same day, but if not the same day, it's going to be the next day. And that's once the title company processes it. So if you meet in the morning on one day, usually you can move in that afternoon. So you should already have your truck scheduled, your moving truck to bring all your stuff there. This is where the keys at the closing table will be handed to you so that you can move in that day. And this is the exciting time. This is where you get to take all the pictures, all the videos, post it on social media. Hey, I got my new home. It really is a fun time to move into one of your first homes or into a new home because it's really kind of a new start to a new life. Okay, so to recap the home buying process. So you go to the loan pre-approval, you hire a realtor, you go house hunting, you get your offer accepted, you do the inspection, you get the appraisal, the loan's fully funded, you close, and you move in. So that is the complete home buying process. And if you are interested in learning more about that, please feel free to contact me. My name is Robert Ott. I am a realtor in San Antonio, and I would be more than happy to help you walk you through this process. There is a lot of emotions that kind of get involved during this process. This is kind of just a breakdown of a step by step, but you will kind of be excited about everything, then you'll be nervous, then you'll be scared, but ultimately you will be happy and satisfied once you move into that home. So thank you guys for joining us on this episode of Bear With Me. I hope to see you guys next week. Take care.